Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. We're going to talk about my Meps experience. My Meps experience as a female and what it was like to be a female going through Meps. So first, what they did was I had to drive probably an hour and a half to actually go to my recruiter's office, but that's a whole other story. So I took a shuttle from my recruiter's office, and he took me to the Meps hotel downtown. And you basically check in, and you have to like watch this video about what you're gonna experience at Meps and everything that's gonna go on while you're there. So you check in with the lady, and she gives you your room key, and she tells you, hey, you have to be back here by this certain time because we're gonna have a briefing. And so everybody just kind of leaves, goes checked out their room, and like sees who their roommate is, and you know, that kind of stuff. Put their stuff down, and then they come back to where they hang out, and where you actually check in. There's like video games and computers and TVs and everything like that. So you can hang out there, or you have a choice of hanging out in any of the common areas of the hotel, but you cannot go in each other's rooms. That is one of the biggest things that they like push on you. But anyway, so you hang out for a while, and then you go to the briefing. And the briefing is basically like checking to make sure everybody's here, who's shipping, who's going for the full physical, who's going like for what, and just making sure everybody's accounted for that on the list that she has. My roommate was really cool. Shout out to Kira, thank you for being like the best Meps roommate. And Tyler, Ryan, and Corey, you guys were awesome too. You made it just as fun as Kira did. But basically, I was one of the lucky people. I had a really cool roommate. I met really cool friends that I actually still talk to, and they helped out a lot going through Meps, because it is a really nerve-wracking experience. You will be nervous and you will be scared, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. After going through it, I've beat myself up for being so nervous. It's not anything serious. But basically, after the briefing, you can hang out until 10. I played Cards Against Humanity with all of the people that I met, which was really fun. If you're going for the first time, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of recommend it because it took the edge off a lot. So if that's something you want to do, then go ahead and do that. So my camera just decided it wanted to fall. So where did I leave off? Alright guys, so we're just going to do this kind of like a vlog style, because my camera is not staying. The stupid little clip just keeps falling off my window. So we're just going to do it vlog style. So I'm sorry if it's shaky. But basically where I left off is they serve you dinner at like between 5 and 9. You have a chance to go to dinner and stuff. And they do have really good options. Well, my place did. I don't know about like where you guys will be at or anything, but the dinner was really good. And then we did go back upstairs into the common room, and we played Cards Against Humanity, and had a fun time there. And then at 10, everybody went upstairs, and you kind of want to try and go to bed at 10, because their wake up call is at like 4 a.m. and then 4:15, and if you're not down by 4:30 for breakfast, you don't get breakfast. Like, you have between 4:30 and 5 to eat breakfast, and that line, I'm telling you, that line is long. I mean, we had 69 people, I think, that we had to get through breakfast, and it takes a long time. So I would recommend going to bed as soon as you get upstairs. But I took a shower, and I stayed up a little bit, just, you know, because I can't sleep when I'm at some other place. But yeah, so I went to bed probably at like 11:30. The wake up call, like I said, is at 4:15, and you have to be downstairs. You have to go check out at the place where you check in. You have to go check out, and they'll give you like a little slip for your breakfast. And if you don't get that slip, they'll make you go back upstairs and get the slip, and then you have to go to the back of the line, which means you're gonna be one of the last people to get breakfast, and it would suck to do that. They do, however, my place let females go first, so because it was like 10 out of everybody. So that was a benefit, was we got to go first for breakfast. After breakfast, they kind of put you in a line. If you're driving, they'll tell you, hey, if you signed in for your own vehicle, then go to your vehicle, wait in the car. The first time that I went, I did not drive. I took the shuttle. The second time I went, I did drive. But the first time I went, I did take the shuttle, and you basically line up and you wait for the bus driver to be ready, and they put you all on the shuttle and they take you to the military base. When you get to the military base, they're like, oh, make sure you have your IDs out, and they check all your IDs, and then you actually get to Meps. Now, when you get to Meps, it takes forever because the sergeant comes on the bus and she's like, you know, these are the rules, whatever, you need to do this, you need to do this, do this. And then they actually let you off the bus. And I went when it was November, and it was freezing. It was like 20 degrees in the morning. So that really sucked to have to wait on the bus. And then after you get off the bus, you go sit in this area and you have to check in, and they take your fingerprints, they take a picture, and that's how they identify you as you. So after that, you go, they give you a folder that's got like all your records, because you'll fill out a med read paper before you actually go to Meps, and it'll have all your medical records in there. And after, oh, I just realized how shitty that was. They give you the manila folder. You'll go upstairs to the medical exam room, and while you're in there, they'll take your blood pressure, your heart rate, and all that stuff before they start the medical briefing. For me, my heart rate was too high. Mine was 120 because, you know, I was nervous. It's scary. It's something that was, for me, nerve-wracking. I was very anxious. But they kept checking it. They checked it like 3 times, and they want it to be under 100. If you're not under 100, they're not going to let you leave the room. So basically, everybody went through except for me. I was in that room for 45 minutes by myself after the medical briefing, and they were telling me, like, you need to calm down, you need to do this, you need to do that, and I'm like, guys, I'm not. After that, I was just angry. I wasn't nervous. I was mad because my heart rate wasn't going down, which makes my heart rate go up. Anyway, but yeah, so basically that was something that was not okay for them. I finally went down to about 98, and they let me go through. You'll go through an eye exam, hearing, urine test, and then your history, your medical history. They'll take you into a room and they'll talk to you and ask you questions like, have you ever done this, 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 this? Basically everything that you put on your med read paper, stick to that, because if you change anything, they're gonna automatically disqualify you for lying or being dishonest, whatever. And then it gets to the part that everybody freaks out about, which is the physical exam, because you do strip down to your bra and underwear, and you do have a lady doctor. You do have a female doctor. You strip down to your bra and underwear, and she makes you stand in a room with all these other girls, and you basically just have to make sure that you show her your joints work. She makes you watch a video, and then you have to do everything that the video said. And then you'll go into a room with her, and she'll check, you know, she'll push on your breasts, make sure they're okay. And then she has the little peek at your lady parts, and then that's it. It's literally like 2 seconds for the actual individual physical exam, and that's the part that everybody freaks out about, which it's not that big of a deal. But because my heart rate was so high, they checked my heart rate again during the individual physical exam, and it was high because I just did all these exercises and stuff. And so that basically, after you do all that, you get checked off. They give you your manila folder back, and then they tell you to go sit somewhere. Like, they'll be like, all right, you people sit here, you people sit here. Well, they told me to go sit with people who were temporarily disqualified. So I got disqualified because they told me I had tachycardia, which is a high heart rate. So I had to go see a cardiologist, and that was really disappointing. But that's talking about my second time back at Meps. I'll let you guys know all about that in another video, because this one's probably going to be really, really long. But yeah, so I got temporarily disqualified for tachycardia, and I already needed a waiver because I had knee surgery. So I did go to a cardiologist, and I'll touch more on that in my next video. But yeah, as a female going through Meps, it's not as bad as everybody makes it seem. You're treated just like everybody else. I mean, yeah, there's less of you, but it's not that big of a deal. It's nothing to be super worried about, super scared about. It's not anything like that. But if you do have any questions, you guys can always, comment, message me, DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the description box. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will try and post again tomorrow. I do start work again. I have been off, but I do start work again, so it might be a little bit later. But I will try and post again either tomorrow or the day after. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned and stay fit.